What is up, guys? Teddy Cornwell here. Welcome to the Underdog Talk. Something about the underdog, as they say, but fuck the underdog. Today we have the 212 champ, the prodigy, Mr. Keone Pearson. How we do today, champ?
Good man, it's a beautiful rest day. Actually, vlogging today, vlogging my rest day. So just trying to get some YouTube content out. So if you guys are watching this podcast, make sure you follow me, Keon Prodigy, on YouTube. So just putting out content, and right now we're in the health phase. So we're just cruising right now, just trying to get healthy because we're playing the game of longevity, right? That's what we want in bodybuilding. You should, at least, if you want to be good and do well in the sport. So other than that, nothing crazy.
Just living life and champ. Let's address the elephant in the room, and that is you won the 212 class at the Mr. O. First off, congratulations. I
Thank
mean, I think we can only understand how much work you put in, obviously, and what were the emotions flowing through your head when you heard and knew? What
man.
was that like?
Like I said, when I heard that, it was just every single thing that I went through in my career, starting as an amateur to now, the time that I set out the Olympia, just everything just it just hit me. That's why I was so emotional when they said it new. Um, I feel like I had a lot more downs than ups, to be honest. Um, I wasn't there 100% mentally. I wasn't there 100% physically. So I've been through a lot to get here, but it feels damn amazing to be at the top. So now I just got to work even harder just to stay up at the top. So that's where we're at right now.
100%. And now going into this year's Mr. O, what did you change from last year to make that big jump and win the Mr. Olympia? And then to add on to that, Keon, what did you learn about yourself as both a person and a competitor? Obviously, I mean, you had to learn so much about yourself in this prep.
Yeah, man. Oh, sorry, my phone about to die. But we got time. Yeah. So most difference was my training.
Mhm.
And you followed me when I was training with Martin Branch. So I was training more of aggression. Chasing the pump, wasn't focused really more on actually develop the muscle. And now I actually changed that training, and that changed tremendously. Um, this off season, well, this last off season was probably the most productive off season I had. Far as like and just like no cheat meals, just being strict on the diet, the training, doing cardio. In the past, I wasn't doing much cardio in the off season, which is very very important, especially for the heart. So cardio, which allowed me to stay leaner throughout this off season, which why I brought the condition that I did bring um, this 2023 season. And yeah, man, mainly the training style. That was everything, and just staying lean. I noticed there's no point of getting fat in the off season. I know a lot of people like to use this word bulk, or you know,
Mhm.
when they think of growing, they just want to stuff their mouth so much till they feel sick. That's just not how to do it. It's ways to do it, and I found the right way, and I was just being strict on the plan and doing cardio, and it changed the game for me.
100%, and being strict is what you did, and I think one thing that's important in life and bodybuilding is mindset, Keon. Mindset. Did you have any phrases or motivations you used during this prep, for the Miss Olympia to keep you motivated and keep you hungry?
Yeah, got this from Flex and my girlfriend. Walk like a champion, talk like a champion, and do everything like a champion. And that's exactly what I did the whole entire prep. I'm very huge on manifestation. Well, everything that I say that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do it. I don't care how long it takes. I'm going to do it. I write my goals down. That stuff helps me to be accountable. So there's no excuses to not get the job done. And so I learned that you walk like a champion. You walk in the gym like a champion. Just treat yourself like a champion before it actually happens. It's going to happen. And I feel like you can use that phrase for anything in life.
Yeah. And I think that's such a key phrase. How you envision yourself as how you're going to act, how you see yourself as how you're going to be, I think is really what it comes down to. And obviously, this year's Mr. Olympia was held in Florida, Orlando, where it was different than, obviously Las Vegas and where it's normally been. How did you think the event went, with both meet and greets and all that? Did you think the event went smoothly? And
Yeah.
your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it was pretty smooth. I mean, the hotel, everything was pretty much convenient. Everything was attached. We had the little bridge we had to walk through, as far as for the venues. But other than that, everything was smooth. First time being at the press conference, that was pretty cool. Very long. I'm not gonna lie, I was trying my best not to fall asleep because you're like a day out from the show. You're still, dehydrated. You're tired. Sleep is off. Well, I wasn't sleeping anyway, but yeah, everything was smooth. Meet the Olympians. I wasn't really there long for the Meet the Olympians, which only thing I don't agree is having that the day before the show, and it was very late. It's very tiring. We're already depleted. We're tired, and these hours are the most important hours for our physique. So I don't agree on being on our feet so close
Mm.
to the show because of stress. So I was only there for like an hour, then I left. But it was still cool to meet the fans that I did see. And the gala was like a huge dinner they have after the Olympia. That was Saturday. So usually all the champions and everybody just basically eat for free and just chat. That's all that is. But other than that, everything else was smooth. I had a great experience. And now it's in Las Vegas this year, well, next year, which is now my town that I live in. So I'm super excited to get this thing rolling in my backyard now.
Alexa, play I'm Coming Home by Diddy Dirty Money. And, obviously it was a very stacked event this year in the 212. And
Yeah.
ultimately it came down to you and Sean Clarita, the Giant Killer. And, what was it like going up against the champ? Obviously you have a champion mindset, which is why I and so many others respect you, because you came in there saying, this is mine. This is mine, and I'm not going to let anyone stand in the way. But obviously, what was it like going against one of the greats in the 212 and then ultimately, winning?
Oh, I mean, it was amazing. Sean was number one, for 2 years. So, being against the number one in the world is a crazy feeling. But also, when I'm on that stage, I'm coming for his neck.
Mhm.
I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna try to expose him as much as possible. Is no, shaking hands. We're not cool on stage. We're trying to kill each other when we're on that stage. Every single pose, we're trying to hurt each other's feelings, and that's what it was. But outside that, Sean's a great person. I trained with him a couple of times at Destination. He's a great human being. He got a lot of muscle, but he's a nice guy. But other than that, I mean, it was amazing. It was a surreal moment. Every single day, I still look at that video of me and Sean, prejudging it at the night show, and I look at that because I'm very proud of what I accomplished, but also I'm just studying to see what I can do better for next year.
100%. And I think they say iron sharpens iron, Keon, obviously, because when you're going up against, greatness, you bring out your greatness as well.
Right.
It's almost like you're coming to play and he's coming to play. Who wants it more? You're both there to bring your best. You both worked your ass off and you're both there to play. Now, I was listening to the Jay Cutler podcast, and Sean Ray, who was on the podcast, goes, he could actually see you moving up to the open. Is that ever a thought for you, or is it really 212? This is my class.
212 is my class. This is why I want to do as much podcast as I can so I can speak so people don't have to speak for me.
Mhm.
That's the thing about bodybuilding. A lot of people like to talk for you. They like to push you to other categories before you even actually want to do that. So no, I'm not doing open no time soon. You guys will see me on the open stage when you least expect it, but I'm not going to open stage no time soon. My focus is 212. I just won the Olympia. I don't
Mhm.
see why in the hell I would just leave a whole new division that I just won to compete in the open class. It doesn't make sense to me. So I will compete in the open when I'm ready. But
Mhm.
right now, it's not the time. The time is to win as many titles as I can, and I'm gonna keep winning until I decide to move up. That's just what it is. So you can you can clip this and you can put that on Instagram so the whole world can see what I just said.
Hell yeah. And hey, we will clip that. And obviously, I think what you're doing, first of all, is tremendous. You're bringing that spotlight back to the 212. Is you have such an awesome following. You have such a great group of people who support you, and you're really bringing the light back to the 212, which I think, why not the hell stay there, do your
Right.
thing, keep winning, keep being great. It's still, a prestigious, it's still one of the most prestigious events at the Olympia, if not the
Mhm.
most prestigious. Let's just say how it is. It has a very nice history, a very pure history. And, I think really this year, 212 was really important. And I think
Yeah.
you being there is just bringing that shine that it needs. So yeah, stay there, do your thing. And if you're winning, you're winning. I don't see why. I always say, don't change up what's working,
Right.
and that's what it comes down to. So thank you for that, Keon. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, man. If it ain't broken, don't fix it. This is
Don't fix it. Damn right. Damn right. And obviously, I do have a few more questions for you. And the
yeah.
first
That's
one
the
is,
way.
do you see bodybuilding going in, the right direction, the correct direction? With that being said, do you see it getting more popular and becoming more mainstream?
Um, I think certain categories have more shine than others. Um, I think bodybuilding is trying to go to a better direction, but it takes more than one person to do that. I think everybody needs to try something. So what I mean by that, as in like, make content. You have a lot of champions. Mr. Olympia is doing the content like Derek Lunsford or
Mhm.
um, just here. I'm just naming one person out of my head because there's not many that's doing it. So I
Yep.
feel like the more of us can actually get on the internet and talk to the people and do content, I think we can go to even a better direction. It's slow right now, but I think eventually we'll get there. Hopefully.
And obviously, we had Derek on the podcast, and you and him remind me of just what bodybuilding should be, because you guys are both such great ambassadors for the sport of bodybuilding. Your love for it, and really what both of you remind me of is your outreach and what you guys do to really bring bodybuilding to that mainstream, as when you're as champions should do, for the sport. So again, thank you from everyone
Yeah,
for
man.
doing that. You
Yeah,
know.
man. I feel like if you have a title, you should be out there.
Mhm. Mm.
Guest posing, seminars, YouTube, talking to your phone on Instagram, doing lives, Q&As, just things like that. You should never ever sit on something something like so special, something that people kill themselves literally, which would never happen, winning the Mr. Olympia for most of the world. And so I feel like the people that is on the top, like even the top 5 people or the top 10, we all should be putting ourselves out there and try to push bodybuilding, make bodybuilding better, make bodybuilding great.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't feel like I don't I don't think it's fair that some categories have more shines than other.
Mhm.
Like this is, you got open, you got classic, 212. I mean, I feel like 212 and men's physique is probably the same. I hate to say that, but as far as like the hype and the talk, yeah, you got open and classic. Then the women category, people don't even talk about the women category at all, besides bodybuilding. So I feel like it's not fair. So I feel like more of us need to come together to try to make this shit better. Because
Yeah, right.
right now it's looking kind of sad.
And as I mentioned, you are bringing that light back to the 212. So, what you're doing is really incredible. And, I sat there, I watched all of 212, it was electrifying, obviously. And I really hope to see, you bring that hype back to where it should be and make 212 great again.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I do believe all categories should be equal, because every competitor up there is putting in their blood, sweat, and tears. This is a sport where everyone should be supported, and I
Hmm.
totally agree on that. Everyone works their fucking ass off
Yeah.
in that, and everyone deserves the attention. So if more people are going to the open, well, that should be kind of worked around so that more people can see everything. Because if you're not seeing the sport, then you don't know. If you're not seeing that category, then you don't know the hype around it and stuff like that. So if you're not watching that 212, or if you're not watching the men's physique, you don't know how fucking awesome it is. You you
Exactly.
you don't see Keone versus Sean. You don't see Ryan Terry versus Aaron. You just don't see all of that if you're not paying attention, and you're just paying attention to one event. I truly
Exactly.
agree on that, and that's where ambassadors of event should step up and really say, hey, check this fucking sport out. We're here to play.
Right.
We're here to stay. And what you're doing for the 212 is bringing it. Well, you and Sean obviously are just, I love the rivalry. I love what's going on there. And I think, again, iron sharpens iron. So you two just battling it out, two of the best in the world, just going at it really is bringing that attention back to it. So I love that. My final two questions for you. What is your biggest tip for someone who's looking to become a bodybuilder like you once were, sir?
I always tell people to do their research first. When I got into bodybuilding, I didn't do much research at first. I was just listening to random people that competed already. But where I come from, bodybuilding is not big at all. It's a lot of wannabes. So when you listen to a wannabe, you're going to get bad information.
Yeah.
So once I stopped kind of listening to people, I started doing my own research, like just even going to like bodybuilding.com. That's like the most basic thing you can do. I went there, I started, studying supplements, started reading articles about different nutritions, and I started following different diets to see what works for me and what type of food. So do your own research first. Don't listen to every single body that's coming in your ear. Find one person, maybe two, but one, the most, that you can trust, and do your own research. Don't go into sport blind. And if you're bodybuilding or you want to be a great bodybuilder, if you're doing something that's putting money in your pocket, keep doing that while you're bodybuilding. Don't stop working your 9-to-5 job because you want to be a Mr. Olympia. Most likely, it's probably not going to happen. There's not many Mr. Olympias in all these categories. It's a small chance. This is a big ass world. Everybody wants to be a Mr. and Miss Olympia. So just being honest. So keep your 9-to-5 job while you're doing this. Keep this a hobby. You can love it, but don't go full throttle with it. Do your research. Find someone you can trust. And yeah, that's probably the main two things I like.
I love the do your research part, especially in bodybuilding, because this is the hardest sport in the world. Let's just say how it is. And, it's the hardest sport in the world. You're giving your literal all to this sport. And surround yourself with good people. I think that's also comes down to it. Obviously, Keone has a great group of support with his girlfriend, his awesome coach, and just, if you have a great support team, you'll become a champion. And that's just how it works, because those people are there to support you and lift you up. And obviously, Keone's a perfect example of having an amazing support team, being there and helping him, obviously win the 212 champ, Mr. Olympia. Now, my final question for you, sir, is what is your biggest underdog moment in your life where everything was stacked against you, where everything was not going your way, but you rose, you shined, and you conquered the moment?
Man, I will probably say the 2022 Olympia, if I'm being honest, because that was me coming from a 14th place, damn near dead last. So it was a lot of pressure for me. For me, it was, I know anything is better than 14th what I was going to get. I knew I was going to be better than that, but I wanted to make a statement to really let people know, like, hey, I'm not just that kid that just has that potential. I'm not, just good genetics, but no hard work. I was like, no, fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm going to prove the world wrong. And I was going to prove myself wrong first, then the world. And that's what I did when I got 6th last year. And so, I'm going to always see myself as an underdog. Always. Even being at the top. I know I won my first Olympia at 28 years old. That's pretty fast. I've been competing for 8 years. I've been a pro for 7. But winning the Olympia in a whole new division in a short period of time is kind of rare. So, I'm still looking at myself as an underdog. Just because, I'm at the top doesn't mean I'm comfortable. I'm far from comfortable. I never will be comfortable. I'm always keep starving. I'm always going to keep grinding, like I don't have shit. That's just how I have to think. That's just how I have to be. So,
Damn.
I had to hit you hard right there.
You did hit me hard. I felt a little tear coming to my eye. I'm not going to be honest. I'm not going to lie with you, because it's so humbling to see it's so honorable to see a champion being humble like you. You could be out here, hey, I'm the 212 champ. Fuck y'all. This is mine. No, hey, I'm the 212 champ. I'm going to get back to work. I'm going to work harder than before. I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you why I am the champion. And that to me, Keone, is why you are like no one else on that stage. There is only one prodigy, and that is you, Keone. I mean, you are just
I'm proud of you.
very, very, very impressive. Thank you for taking your time to come on the podcast, man. Talk
Yeah, man.
about voting. And now, before we go, the floor is yours. What is that gasp code, and what is that Axe Sledge code?
Oh, so I'm not with anyone right now, so there's no supplements right now. It's all me. But as far as gas code, yeah, I know it's crazy. As far as gas code is Prodigy 15. So you guys can use gas codes for use code Prodigy 15 for gas spin better bodies. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, right now I'm a free agent, so we're just waiting on the right one to come.
You know what? I must have done my research a little late, as last time I saw you were with them, but whoever gets you is
No,
going to be.
no, you good. I mean, I had announced it on my story
Mm,
that I wasn't with them. I know everybody don't see the stories. That's okay.
no.
You know, I'm not expecting everybody to lurk super hard on my stuff or whatever. But yeah, everything is good. Access was a great company,
Yeah.
but I'm elevating, so just
Yep.
gotta elevate. Gotta keep elevating. Gotta keep moving.
On to bigger and, well, better things. Let's just say how it is. And first person to use the GASP code, send me a screenshot. It'll be buy one, get one free at GASP, because they are such an awesome company.
Yes.
So use that code, send me a screenshot, and we'll get you any GASP product to you. So make that happen, guys.
Thanks, bro.
Don't forget to follow Keone on YouTube. His links will be in the bio, and follow Keone on Instagram as well to see the Champ's journey. And guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Until next time, guys, the Prodigy and the Underdog out. Keone.